What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Other Side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
And LeVon Maynard.
What up?
What's going on? Welcome to another week. This is going to be Monday's episode, so make sure you tune in. Monday and Tuesday are topics. Wednesdays are discussion. Thursday is usually Ask Us SP. That will kick back off in 2 weeks. I got an interview lined up for that one. And then Fridays, we discuss everything else. So it could be books, movies, TV shows, just how we unwind throughout the week. So definitely continue to tune in, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share this with your friends. But without further ado, I'll give it to Shannon.
Well, actually, I think maybe I'll go first.
I messed it up.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I take this one first. No worries. We got Shannon for the next episode.
There we go.
Right on. So yeah, for this episode, we got an article. I'm not even gonna try to get the name, but this is from bitdefender.com. And it's from Vlad. And basically, the title of the article is "Hackers Use BadUSB to Deploy Ransomware on Defense Companies' Systems," the FBI warns. And essentially, this article is discussing that there's a recent flash alert from the FBI to U.S. companies that the Fin7 cybercrime group could compromise the systems by delivering ransomware-ridden USB drives. Reportedly, the perpetrators mailed packages to various U.S. companies comprising BadUSB/Bad Beetle USB devices, misleadingly branded with the LilyGo logo to bypass the defenses. So yeah, essentially, this random, this cybercrime group has been sent out these malware-ridden USB drives to the USB companies, to the U.S. companies, and essentially, FBI just been warning people to look out for it. Don't trust these drives that you get in the mail. I think it's almost kind of like common sense not to just stick any random drive into your company's computer, into any computer for that matter. But these people have been trying to use this method. They send a package, and it says it's the package will cunningly disguised to appear legitimate, but included forged thank you notes, counterfeit gift cards, and COVID-19 guidelines, along with the malicious USB drives, according to several reports the FBI received. So, they're going through the effort. They're making it look legit. To actually have gift cards in there, making it look like it's you got you won a prize, or you got something special, that they're actually a legit company that's trying to give you a good thing. And one thing that's sneaky about this, it says that if the target plugs the USB drive into the computer, the system automatically registers the device as a HID, a human interface device keyboard. This workaround enables USB to operate even if the system has disabled the use of removable storage devices. And it's something I'm familiar with. I have done some work with the government in the past, and they may have some system group policies, something like that prevent removable storage devices from being used. But they're kind of clever. These companies, these cyber criminals are clever with making the drive appear as a keyboard, so that those systems don't pick it up, as well as any kind of HBSS or some sort of scanning software won't be able to identify the USB plugged into the system. So, and then once it's plugged in, the USB device relies on keystrokes to deploy malware payloads on the affected computer. Usually the goal of these attacks is to access the systems of the victim's network and deploy malware using tools such as Cobalt Strike, Metasploit, PowerShell scripts, and Carbanca. So yeah, this is just one of those alerts that the FBI put out, and I think it's really interesting read. Something that we got to keep a mindful of ourselves as common citizens. Even if you go to these tech expos and things like that, and they have free USB drives and all this kind of stuff they're handing out, and you got to be kind of wary of those things, no matter where you go. I mean, I don't think I've ever really taken a USB drive and just plugged into my computer, off the cuff. You got to be safe, and if you have some sort of scanning software. Use your, even I think Microsoft has the Windows Defender. I think you can use that to scan drives and things like that. Make sure things are safe before you actually like execute them and things like that. So just to be safe, don't trust random USB drives that you receive, and just keep on the lookout. But with that, Shannon, do you have some thoughts on this one?
So I do, right? So I'm fairly certain we went through this once before, right? This was a topic on the show we had once before where somebody was doing this, and it was like, why are people falling for this, right? Like, who's just picking up? Now, I say this, right, knowing that the military has done this before. Like, they will do different exercises, or they'll just leave them on the ground around places. You know what I mean? And then you end up finding out that it was like one of those I forget what they called them, like one of those events they're doing to where they see they test people's security
Like
posture.
cyber awareness.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like, who does this? Like, even if you receive it in the mail or whatever, it's like, oh, a USB, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking to myself, are these like old heads that used to get the AOL discs and they think, oh, I gotta cash this in, you know what I mean? Like, what is going on here? Who fought for this? But people, no, don't do this. Okay, do not fall for this. Right? If you're gonna do something like this, make sure it's not something that's networked. You know what I mean? Like, you put it on a system that you're gonna scan it. It's off the network. Like something that is gonna do no harm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how people are falling for this in this day and age. But I mean, it's just one of those things where I guess if you don't have a strong enough program, like a security training program, cybersecurity training program, this is what your people will do. They'll fall for it. But I mean, I don't know. This is one of those things where the FBI had to put this warning out. As we put the warning out, right? It was the FBI.
It sure was.
Yeah. So it's like, man, so they don't put the time into this unless somebody fell for it.
Right.
Like that's how that happens. But yeah, people don't put anything you're not familiar with into your systems. Okay, don't do it. No CDs, no USBs, no external hard drives, no any of that. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you think the security posture is at your company, right? It's just not worth the chance, right? So this is just I can't believe this is still happening in this day and age. But Ryan, what you got on this, man?
So I thought it was pretty clever, like just having the COVID guidance and the thank you notes and all that stuff. Like,
right.
They did a good job. Like, and then the tricking you into believing it's a keyboard once it's plugged in, so you don't really pay attention to it anymore. I mean, that's just very what's the word? Sophisticated. There you go.
Right.
Attack. So I thought it was pretty good. Like I agree. Like, who's still plugging in USBs? Like, even when I received the tools for the GCFA exam, it came on a USB, and it took me a couple of days before I plugged it in. I was like, are they testing me? Are they testing me to make sure this is the job for me? Like, but yeah, this I can see this one getting people. Like you said, it's not going to happen in DoD because you're not going to be able to plug it into to your computer. So you're going to know automatically, like, this is not right. Like, no one would send me a USB to plug into a government system because they know we can't do that. But if you just, mom and pop type shop, and you think that this is for some reason gonna be beneficial to you because it has like coupons inside of it, they could have got you. But it is pretty wild. Like, don't plug, like, this is what governments do to other governments. Like, don't do it. Like, don't plug USBs in, especially from strangers. Like, that should just be a regular practice.
I'm curious if they airdropped it on us, like we were North Korea or something. Like, how did they?
Right, like they flew by.
Right.
Yeah. So like, if you just think about this for a second, so like, why would you think someone would need to put that guidance on a USB? So like, if you get something delivered to you and it's like, hey, some type of guidance, a thank you card or whatever, all that stuff is on this USB. Like, anything you need to find when it comes to any type of guidance or anything like that, this is a digital age. You can find it online. I doubt you need to look at this stick to figure out.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
Just take
because usually you would find this stuff in like packages that don't have very good spelling on them or bad labels or whatever. Like, this would look very legitimate. But then I would also I would Google the company, like, why are they sending me this? But who's to say they didn't set up a website too? Like, that wasn't mentioned, but like, that would be the extra step, right? Let's go ahead and create a WordPress real quick and say this is legitimate. Go get your coupons. but I don't know. Like it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a warning, put it out there. Like everybody should know this, but apparently everyone does not know this, not common sense practice. So now you know. So don't
Right.
do that. But I think that wraps it up for this episode. Thank you, LeVon. Thank you, Shannon. I'm gonna get the right order next time for the next episode. Hit up the website www.theothersideofthefirewall.com. We get to all of our socials. Hit me up personally. I'm at Rai Security Guy. That's on LinkedIn, Clubhouse, Twitter, and TikTok. And you, LeVon?
Yes, sir. You can hit me up on the Twitters at LeVon Maynard.
There it is. Stay safe. Stay secure.
Take care.